unprecedented phenomena in the history of the world happening right now. The first one is certainly globalization, where companies are investing and moving their leaders away from headquarters that they had never been doing before. We did a study with Nitin Noria, Indian national and a fellow colleague who is the Dean of Harvard Business School, and we found that this trend of moving key leaders away from their headquarters was stronger than ever. And the second thing that we found also was that companies are running short of young tigers, people in the 35 to 44-year-old range, the target population of Mint publication. Now, this is not happening in India. Luckily, India has this demographic dividend, but it's happening in all developed nations in the world. On top of this, what I'm finding when I do these events and interviews, and I teach at Harvard Business School, and I speak with leaders around the world, is that the inventories of the future pipeline of leaders are running dry. In a study that we did together with Nitin a few years ago, we found that companies in Asia only had 15% of the number and quality of leaders that they needed for the future. The situation was similarly bad in North America, and in Europe it was slightly better, but still less than a third of the companies had the right leaders. What we see as the most progressive companies doing right now is, first, they assess their young leaders for potential. They identify those individuals, and in a minute I can tell you how you can determine who are the future potentials. And they treat them differently in terms of retention and in terms of development opportunities. And they need to do this for two reasons. First, because it's going to be increasingly hard to hire from outside. And second, because the other companies are going to be looking for those leaders because they don't have them themselves. So this is basically the main best practice that I would recommend these days.